Boom! Showtime! He's back. Live and direct on YouTube. Yeah. Not anywhere else. Hold on, let me check my setup. Adjust that camera. Today we're going to talk about naturally realigning ourselves with nature. Yeah, it's a big thing, naturally realigning ourselves with nature. I think this is what we pretty much struggle. We struggle, a lot of us struggle with that, realigning with nature, because realigning with nature for me means a lot. It means realigning also with my natural state, which is not an automatic program in society. This is not my natural state. My natural state is of greatness, of phenomenal, of everything that is outside of this program that we've been taught, the system. But I think you cannot, in a way, really get out the system. You have to use it. Use the system and rise and shine. That's my, yeah. Because if we start about talking about getting out the system, it becomes very, very. I think you better use the system, and that's it. Like I do, like other people do. Don't give up everything and go live in the wood for because you want to change the world. You think it's going to have an impact. I think we better use the system, stay together, use the system, and light each other, inspire each other, and return to our natural state of being. This talk will be inspired by a paper of Melissa Kemper. It's a paper that I read on the side of the river not long ago, but I want to redo it with you because it's very very potent, very potent. Very Melissa is very, very inspired for sure. And as the creator, we must be responsible for where we are placing our attention and energy. This is very, very important as the creators, because we are all co-creators of this reality, and all our energy, our thoughts, our attention is very, very important to where every breath we breathe is creation, is something that will affect you. You create every breath you take, you create. This is how I see it. That's why every breath I take, I become more alive, more awake, more alive, more. It's the same thing. Every breath I take, I give, I create, and every breath I take, I become more enlightened, more awake, more. That's how I see it. Everything is in the breath. The breath, the words. Words are very, very, words have power, for sure. Realize the keenness of the overlay and its ability to keep you drawn in like an unhealthy relationship that keep you hoping it will get better. This is the thing, people hope that one day my life will get better. By some chance I'll receive some money somewhere and my life will get better. No, it's never gonna change. If you stay in that overlay, in that system, in that programming, it will never change. You have to induce the change yourself. You have to induce the change yourself, or something come and make you change, like it happened to me, a tragedy in your life make you boop, wake up and realize that, hey, hello, I'm alive. Can I do something with my life? This is the thing. So there is a flavor, a subject, a topic for everyone, depending upon how their egos has been formed. This is a big thing here. How the ego has been formed, because some of us will have very, very thick layer of ego. It will be very, very hard to teach them anything, to make them see anything, if they don't either see it by some kind of magician on TV or in society, or they will not believe you or anything. So very, very important to lay down the layer of ego. This is what I've done in the process of coming here on YouTube, for sure. I lay down a lot of layer of ego to come here, because it's It's something that I do totally out of love, out of pure love, and this is our natural state, to pure love. And this is what we have to return to, the pure love. Oh, Vince is here. Big up, Vince. Big up, Ivar, as always. Yeah, so there is a flavor, a subject, a topic for everyone, depending upon depending how their ego has been formed, that appeals to each and every single one of us and attempt to control where we focus, to pull us out of our natural essence and to generate emotions which are ego based, be it anger, anxiety, false excitement, a sense of hierarchy, false sense of success, etc. Our natural state of being is of pure love, is deeply rooted, and easily senses anything that is not natural. Yeah. Yeah, me, I sense everything very easily. Anything that is not natural, I will sense it very easy. And I'm sure many of you, if you're going back to realigning yourself to your natural state and natural way of being, you will realize that all this is not natural. That what we've been taught, what we live every day is not natural. It's not really natural. Just the stores, just going into a store to shop is so unnatural, and they make it. They put the lightning in purpose so it affects you and bring you back to a lower. Like everything is really to diminish human consciousness to the maximum that they can, so they can be on top and operate us like puppets. And so we have to wake up. We must wake up. Yeah. We must wake up and return to our natural state of being, which is pure love. Yeah. As we allow this to be felt in every particle of our beingness, you have to feel it. You have to dream it. You have to live it. You have to feel it. You have to eat it. You have to. It's got to become your whole self. It effortlessly dissolves away anything not in alignment with it through every conscious breath breathed. You see what I told you before? Everything is in the breath. Yeah, it seems weird to say, for some people, that everything is in the breath, everything is in the word, everything is. Yeah, because you've been probably, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you've been programmed to society, and you've never like, there is people like that. They will live their whole life totally ignorant of what's going on here, and they will not seek. They will not. I think it's time for me, for many others, and this way, by returning to our natural essence, we can affect the people around us, inspire the people also around us in a much better way, I think, because you are more enlightened yourself, you are more awake, you are more. So people will pick it up around you, for sure. It effortlessly dissolves away anything not in alignment with it through every conscious breath breathing. There is no battle, war, or need to protest, as it is a level of awareness in which those things do not exist. This is the thing. It's all illusion. That's why me and Vince were saying to ego, echo. Yeah. We were saying, me and Vince, in the thing with Johnny Dredd, we came to argue with him about what it was again, the flat earth, I think, or something like that. Oh, politics. It was politics. Yeah. It's all illusion. It's all illusion. Anything in society is fantasy. Fantasy, because you're going to have a rabbit hole leading you to another rabbit hole to another. Everything is fantasy. The only thing that is not fantasy is our natural state of being, which is pure love. This is the only thing that is not fantasy. All the rest build around it to diminish the love, to make the love fade away or stuff like that, is all induced by society. It's induced by Babylon, by the magician priest of Babylon. Yeah. And the magicians are all over. Magician. When I talk about magician, talking about doctors, judge, lawyers, anybody that wears a big coat, uh, and many more also. There's other magician also. There's not only those one, but the magician, yeah, they're all over. The overlay has created addictions, be them mental or physical, to the drama, distractions of entertainment, and conveniences it offers. That's it. It has to, as without our creator energy, it cannot exist. Nothing can exist without human consciousness. Nothing here will exist, will persist without human consciousness. And the moment we stop attaching vibration, I told you, to their evil deed, we will change the world. It can change overnight. Overnight. That I'm convinced. We have the power to do that, but we're just dormant. And we don't realize too much who we are and the capability we have to change and reverse the course of our story, not his story, our story. It has to, as without our creator energy, it cannot exist. There are stories within each of these aspects to keep one drawn in like a bad soap opera. Be it the revealing of the sinisterness of politicians and how we have been bamboozled by every aspect of government, from the strawman account to how monies are really used and every topic in between. The revealing of the fakeness of the media, news, and the stories they project. False flag, fake celebrities' death, stories completely fabricated to harvest your energy, to keep you distracted and creating more of the overlay. Our food and water has been poisoned. GMOs, chemicals, factory farms, heavy metals, etc. How the weather has been manipulated through chemtrails and ARP. The Earth being a flat dome and NASA lying about everything. NASA lying about everything. That's one thing people have really problem to see. And I went on some NASA footage live, fake ISS footage yesterday on Facebook. And people were commenting, so I go and click, and I'm there, and I'm seeing the comments going, and people saying, "Oh yeah, go NASA, we're proud of you." And I'm like, guys, don't you realize this is filmed underwater? Like, there's no space. Space is fake. Like, that's what I was saying in my comments all over. Like, I don't know, people, because we see it as something very grandiose, all the space and everything. So we are not tempted to dismiss it as being an illusion or something fabricated by those magicians. But yeah, it is. It is. Can you anyway? If they can lie about the moon landing, imagine what they can lie about. If they can lie, if they can poison our food, imagine what else they can do. If they can do ritual, satanic ritual in churches at the corner of the street, imagine what they can do. That's nothing. Even what we think the government is doing is bad, but it's much more sinister than we can ever begin to imagine. If you think the government is doing bad things, they're doing much worse. Much worse. Anyway. Probably just like me, what they're doing. I don't need to extend, but whatever they are doing, it's much worse than we can ever begin to imagine. It's very, very evil. Governed, it says it's gonna govern your mind. So in anything that they want, and they're very evil, twisted-minded people. If I could call it like that, of psychopaths, or I don't know, they're hungry for power hungry. They're power hungry for sure. You got to be power hungry when you're because you would offer me the seat of a president of the United States, I would resign right away as soon as you give it to me. That's not something I would want to do, to lead a country. You have to be a psychopath to want to lead a country. Really, you have to. Because why do you need to lead a country? And me, I say it all the time. We should all be our own leader in the house of the rising sun for a reason. Not because we have to let ourselves be guided by other people. Like, why do I need someone to govern me? Like, I can govern myself. I'm a living man. I'm capable of taking decision, of taking action, of realizing what I want and using my thoughts to create and my breath and everything. So I don't need government. I don't need anybody to tell me what the sun is, what the moon is, what the stars are, what the how everything is made of. I can make sense of it. I have all the biological equipment to make sense of reality. I don't need government. I will make sense of it on my own. But you have to be in some way. You have to be reborn to when you discover the NASA stuff that it's fake, because I discovered other stuff before. I did not came to realize that the Earth was flat, shapeless, flat. From one day to another. I had other research to do before. I researched a lot into Babylon, into ancient history, into before I came up to this. It took me like several months of research before I ended up onto a flat Earth video. So yeah, that's why it's but for me, for my part, I have. It was instantaneous that everything was a lie, and they had to lie on the shape of the earth. They were lying about everything, the dinosaur, the this, the that. They had to lie. They lie about everything just to control your mind, to take away your power, basically to take away our power. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Pierre is here this morning. Pierre, where is the earth? That's a good question. Where is the earth? This is a good question I ask myself often. Where are we? Where are we stand? Like me from what I think, the earth is all that there is. The earth is everything in creation. That's why I say it's shapeless. It's shapeless because it's everything in creation: the stars, the moon, the sky, the terrain where we are. So it has no form. It has no form. It is shapeless. Can you put a form on everything in creation? Like, is it? Some are gonna say, yeah. There's a dome over. Anybody seen that dome? Is there really a dome, or it's just maybe a layer of gas that acts like water? Who made a presentation on that on the Truman Show once? I don't think it's I don't think it has any form, and I think it's just pretty much infinite, like my imagination. Would I live on a finite plane? No, I think it's more than that. But we are been told we are bombarded with lies and false truth. So it's very hard to know anything. You have to use scrutiny a lot, and you have to question everything, even you've been fed on the flat earth YouTube stuff. Question everything. There's a lot of stuff that is not really matching my experience in reality, and I admit it. There's a lot of stuff. Even the moon. I was looking at Jed Skeptic the other day, and he was talking about the moon, and he said the moon has. And this is one thing I kind of agree with him, because when I look at it, it looks spherical. It looks spherical. Like, it's very hard to. And when you look at the shape of the moon, I don't know. It's very hard for me to see it as a flat disk, as what the mainstream flat earth people will tell you. They tell you it's a flat disk. When I look at it at my telescope, night after night, I still see it as a spherical object. Like, why couldn't it be spherical, even if it's the moon? Or why could the sun not be spherical too? It's very possible, but they're not maybe floating in space like they say, like a big ball of fire floating in space. Because where does he take his uh, oxygen to burn fire? If he's in space, I think he's inside here. He's inside here. Earth is a closed system that you cannot get out. You cannot get out of Earth. You cannot get out of Earth. It's a closed system, that's for sure. self-regulated, intelligent system, just like us, just like our body. The Earth is the same, and we're not detached from the Earth, and we should be more grounded and stop being in space. Stop looking in space so much for life. Life is here right now, but we are lost in space and fantasy and all kinds of fairy tale, and we adhere to it. We believe everything they tell us. It's like we don't question anything. We just believe what they say. And my camera is out of focus a bit. I think it's better now. Yeah, we. It's time for us to wake up and see clear into this. And I don't know. There's better days are coming for sure. Let me fix that. I'm having a cameraman issue. There we go. Okay. So Pierre, what are you saying now? What keep the sun and the moon on the air? Ha! Boom! Peter is back. Pierre, my bro. Nice to see you. Nice to see you in the chat. I'm happy you're there. One love, my brother. What keeps the moon and sun up in the air? It, like I said, it's something totally intelligently designed and self-organizing. I think they are there's electromagnetism in the middle, probably. There's something in the middle of where we are that makes things go. Yeah, big rope. No, there's things that I think it's just very divine. Also, if you look at things as being if you look at things to intellectualize everything that we're saying here today, you will be caught up in some kind of a rabbit hole all the time. So stop intellectualizing. I see it more as something very divine, self-organizing, very intelligent, a living entity. So I am a living entity. I know where I'm going in life, right? I know what's my path, but the sun knows his path. The moon knows her path. I think that's how I see it. That doesn't mean it's the truth. Question everything. I'm just coming here to speak my mind and tell you what I think it is. But to me, it's self-organized. I don't intellectualize things too much because this is what we've been taught to intellectualize everything, and sometimes we get caught up. So yeah, my question: suspended the sphere. What you guys are saying here? Hold on, why is that chat so small? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yes, so million a day. Wow, what NASA did for you, Oyanati. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Bon, okay. So Tesla said the electromagnetic field suspend the spherical sphere in the sky. That's what I said. I think those things in the sky are spherical. It looks like it. It looks like it. I have a very big problem to see it as a flat disc facing down. And that's why, if it's spherical, I have no problem now, if it's spherical, to see every angle that it has in the sky when it's rise and when it's set. Because when it rise facing me. When it's on top, it's facing me. And when it's all the way, when it's set, it's facing me also, the light. So if it's spherical, you're going to see the same sphere all the time. I mean, so it could be spherical. Like, don't believe everything people say. Either way, there's a lot of things we don't know. The moon and the sun are a power raid wirelessly with the electromagnetic field, the ether. Yeah, that's it. That's what I think too. It looks like it. It looks like a self-intelligent organizing system that. But to tell you exactly what it is, I don't know. I haven't been there. I think if you go to the moon, you will freeze. And if you go to the sun, you will burn. So if you go too close, because the moon has cold light and the sun has hot light. So hot energy, whatever. So yeah, what is the moon and the sun? And I think it's more. I've been looking at it in that angle for a while, that it would be something spherical, because when I look at it, I see it's spherical. But again, there's the lens in that telescope. There's a lens in your. There's your eyes that can treat. I don't know. I think it's just as we see it, just like But many other things we think as we see it is the yeah. Everything is spherical except the Earth. That's it. That's it. I agree with you, Pierre. Everything is spherical, but maybe you're bugging me with this now. I don't know how to take you anymore. But I think everything is pretty, except maybe some stars are some are. Maybe it's hard to say spherical because again you see it through a lens. But the moon, if we talk about the moon, if we the moon is very easy observable and you can see her every night if you take a telescope and you can see the I don't know, but there look there's the dark side. There's a do we like why doesn't it turn? Why do we don't see the I don't know. There's so much question still that remain. So much question remain. Yeah. But anyway, continue with my text here, what you was saying. I was talking about NASA lying about everything. Yeah. How fracking and the oil companies are destroying the land. How history is a lie. And what we are taught in school is only done so with an effort to keep us perpetuation the overlay through our belief by subconsciously placing our energy into the third person ideas. Subconsciously placing our energy. All that is subconscious. We don't consciously put our energy every time into those evil stuff. It's all subconsciously. That's why the moment you become conscious of what it is, the world out there, you stop attaching subconscious vibration. That's how I can explain it. As well as participate in it as we get older, and on and on and on. Anything and everything of the overlay is there, is to keep you hooked in and continuing to create it. Period. Period. As we remember who we are and our manifestation works, we stop poisoning our amazing body, technology, and consciousness by releasing ourselves from participating in the dead overlay and thus naturally realigning ourselves with nature. We feed our bodies with real, unaltered food and clean water, allowing it to return to its original state and thus creating from a space that is in alignment with nature rather than the overlay. Exact. Once you start also feeding your body with proper food, you realize, oh, you become much more vibrant. I stopped wearing glasses. My skin was very dry. My skin got so much better. It's like I used to have a dry feet under. Now it's like a baby skin. I'm telling you, it's your body can heal and regenerate once you give it the proper food, for sure. I used to have all kinds of. Also, losing weight was very, very beneficial to the whole thing. We remember and begin to observe how powerful our consciousness is and delete any of the external programs and belief systems that have been embedded and thus dissolve the fear-based ego and return to our natural state of pure love. Yeah, the fear-based ego. We stop focusing on the distraction of where we have been and rather allow this moment to be created as something completely new. You have to be reborn. You have to be reborn. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. That's what happened to me. I got reborn. I'm reborn in this world to a new state of mind, a new state of consciousness. So this is what happened. That's what you got to do. You got to kill that person one after the other, what you were before. Kill it. Transform. Transform. Don't be afraid. Transform. Yeah. And stop focusing on the distraction. The more we practice all of these behaviors, the stronger we become. As we gain in strength and numbers, the weaker the overlay becomes. If you really want to bring this old thing down, this is how it's done. We do not fight against it, thus creating more of the same. Rather, we stop participating by withdrawing our awareness from any of the entertainment, food, politics, media, etc., even the limited technology will be laid down as our bodies are more brilliant than any technology that has been created to poorly mimic what we capable of. That is offered as a distraction to keep us from remembering who we really are. Allow the body and consciousness to clear itself of anything that is foreign. And breathe consciously in every breath. Breathe consciously in every breath. Once you realize what the overlay is, why continue to participate in or to look at where we have been, as that is a never-ending rabbit hole of distraction and self-perpetuating looping. I done that test, I think, on the side of the river, but I wanted to redo it. It's very. She's a wonderful, Melissa. Big up. No words. Speechless. There will always be another layer, another story, another hook to keep your attention and energy creating it. Especially under the guise of thinking you are helping others. Wake up. Stop pulling forward into this moment anything from a previous moment that you do not desire to experience. Focus on where we are going and realize that all things are possible and everything is available in this very moment. Rise and shine. It's called the present for a reason. It's a present. Live in the moment, in the here and now. And that's it. That was my talk for this morning. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Probably same time, around 8. Yeah. Good time. So, guys, the conscious electromagnetic field theory, go check that out, Pierre. Gravity is the answer, not a good manipulation. Gravity? What is gravity? I don't know. Poison on food, but we live longer. Yeah, but we live longer. Yeah, but we don't necessarily live very much longer. We don't live a healthy life. This is the thing. This is the point here. It's to live your life. It's okay to live 100 years, but if you live 100 years poisoned by unwanted substance in your body that keeps you very... I think the food is there also to, in some way, to... It has effect on the fact that we don't see clear. I think it has an effect, the food, because once you clear it out your body, you clear out that become less toxic, you'll think better, you're going to have better, your mind's going to be more sharp, more, that's what happened to me. So I changed everything, food, everything, and look, that's what happened. So yeah. Gravity is the answer, not a good manipulation. Gravity, the only gravity that there is, Pierre, I told you, is the gravity is in the situation we're in. It's probably the only gravity you're going to find. So, guys, I'm out. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. Another now. So go back to our natural essence, which is pure love. Pure love. Love is the answer. Gravity is not the answer. Love is the answer. Never mind gravity, Pierre, and all that stuff you've been taught. Love is the answer. That's what we have to bring back. The love. But not bring it back. It's never been gone, but you know what I mean. So never mind gravity and electromagnetic and all that stuff. Let's realign with pure love. First, who we are. And then maybe we'll find the other answers. But I think first it's realigning with pure love instead of trying to find sense with what is electromagnetic and how is the sun suspended up there with the moon. And I think we have other work to do before we get to those answers. But those answers will come once we realign with pure love, with our state of our natural state of being all together. All the other answers will come. That's for sure. We're just blind to it. Yeah, he's out. Rise and shine. Live your dreams. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. What keep your feet on the earth? Yeah. Unconditional love. One conditional love. Unconditional love. All love. Pure love. Consciousness. Righteousness. I said it. Get lost in righteousness and rise and shine. Live your dreams. That's what matters. You have one life. One life. But if you do it right, once is enough. So go at it.